Hello, my name is Douglas. Today I'm here in H3VR Horseshoes. Okay, I already fucked it up. I don't even know the name of the game. It's either Horseshoes, Hand Grenades, or something, or is it Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades? Anyway, this is one of my favorite VR games for several reasons. My favorite reason is because it's a very accurate shooting simulator. For example, here we have guns in this game, and everybody loves guns in video games because you can do all sorts of crazy things with guns. Very realistic guns models with very realistic handling as well. So for example, I can get a very realistic gun with a very realistic magazine. Insert this magazine into the gun, pull the thing on the top, throw away the safety, and I can start doing me a shooting, which you can see is pretty fun, pretty accurate, and it's a very nice way to see how you would do in a real combat situation and whatnot. And this game is incredible because it can give you... There's no game modes, there's just you doing whatever. Like, there's a big playground, a sandbox, and nothing else for you to do really. But there's a lot of freedom with the way you can play with... Well, since there's no real objectives, you have to make your own fun. And you can get really creative sometimes with the way you can go and make your own fun and you know, just be creative. Create up new things and have fun. Do whatever it is that floats your boat and have fun with it. And until very recently I wasn't big into weapons attachments because there's the only current game mode which is taking hold. It pits you against waves of NPCs, and that's all you have to do is go to the next point, defend it for a little while, go to a supply point, get new weapons, and rinse and repeat. And that same thing over and over again. And although being fun, the equipment you get is really randomized, so you can't really rely on getting the things you want or getting attachments. And the thing I really enjoy about attachments is that you can get really creative with them once you get a more or less of a hang of how they go. So as you can see in here, we have this tactical knife. Let me go little by little explaining the things I've done with this tactical knife. We can hold it three ways. We can hold it like this, like do the stabbies. We can hold it like do the stabbies with kind of a psycho way, or we can hold it from the very tip and throw it away at people, but there's a lot of expensive attachments, so we don't want to do that. What we can do here is use our scope. It's not a very good scope, and we have two of them in case we're doing the stabbies, and in case we're doing the stabbies more to the side. We have a laser sight. I don't know if it's on or off. Actually, okay, there we go. Now we have a laser sight, so we can make sure we stab them accurately. And we also have a flashlight, so we can not only go for the stab, but we can go for the blind and the stab, so they're stunned for a myriad of reasons. And in case for whatever reason, we need to blow up our opponent, you can always go and throw bombs at them. And the best way of throwing bombs is by throwing very strong bombs. And one of the strongest bombs we have in existence is the Boom Nana. Although the Boom Nana, you can just throw it, you have to light it up. And luckily we have a blowtorch. We can light up and throw our Boom Nana. Yo! Boom Nana. And there we have it. A very clear explosion, achieved thanks to our tactical knife. So if we start taking out our attachments one by one, we can see we have a lot of them going on. This is not something easy to do, but it's creative. Oh, come on, I took you out. Oh, okay, so you don't want to get out. Is that so? Now you go. So the way you can play with attachments is really creative, and you know, in this game, like I said, it has very little game mode, so all we can do is play with the tools we have. Also, this last grip here is part of the knife, so it doesn't come out. It's a default attachment. So we can play with the tools we have. And the cool thing about this game is that even though it's in early access, like alpha if you will, the developers are constantly adding new stuff to it. One of the latest stuff they added was the backpack. The backpack allows you to carry around a backpack with full of items, and like I said, I just started playing with these new updates, with the new attachments, and well, I got something to show you guys. It's my custom-made, I'll put this here, it's my custom-made tactical pistol. It's super tactical for a shitload of reasons. I don't know if you guys can see the whole beauty of this, but there's a lot going on with this bad boy here. Let's clear up this corner so we can show some shooting, and you guys can see how fun it is to use this tactical pistol. So, first and foremost, we have a grip for that reduced recoil. And then we have a foregrip with this pistol attachment that allows us to put attachments on the top and on the bottom. We have then here on the bottom an extender with another extender. The first extender has a flashlight because you never know when you need some light shine on you. Then you have this grip for, you know, more control over the recoil and everything else. We have this grip on the back, and we have this grip on the front, the stock rather, and then we can shoot very accurately on our targets. Secondly, we have sets of flashlights because you never, not flashlight like Christmas lamps, because you never know when you need to turn it around, and use this as a kind of a signaling light for your friends and teammates all over the place. So if everybody's confused about who is you in the battlefield, you can always just wave your weapon up and they will know, because you see we have a very unique code done through lighting. Secondly, we have this flag of the Pride flag. I put this in before I put this scope, hence why it was on the opposite side. So, if you're engaging enemies, they will know that you're playing for this team here, the colored sausages. Because as you're shooting, they will see your flag waving around, and if they, by whatever reason, they don't notice your lights, maybe because they're hiding behind cover. So, for example, you're doing something like this, they won't be able to see your light, but they will see your flag. So that's the thing. We also have some glow sights, in case, you're doing the shooting in the dark. You can always get and to see who you're shooting at through that. We also have another tactical laser so we can aim with those laser sights. And then here on the top, this is all on an extender, and I decided to extend my glow sights very spread apart, so we get the most precision ever. And then on top of it all, we have this axis changer extension here, where we can put another axis changing rail grip, and then an extender so we can fit in this bad boy, which is well, it's kind of hard to look through this, but it's a scope. With this scope, we can make sure we are getting the best view of our targets. If I reduce it to this minimal magnification of 12 times, we can see we can finally find our aim in the best way possible. Kind of hard because, this is a very heavy weapon with all the things that are going on, so it's kind of hard to aim steadily, so we do a lot of shaking. But in case we are not being able to find our targets, we can always zoom in the magnification up to 60 times. With 60 times the magnification, you can find that enemy all the way far, far, far away and make sure we get them. So this is my baby beauty. the P250 pistol. And I forgot to talk about the suppressor because, you know, sometimes you want to be stealthy, and when you're doing the stealthiness, you don't want them people finding out about you doing the shooting on them. So most of the time you will want to be very stealthy with your shooting. Now there's a bigger suppressor. I don't know if I can fit this one in, but if we can, it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh, come on. Would you fit in, please? There we go. Now we have a better suppressor, and now our weapon is more silent. Although for the ammunition we still have to rely on our basic ammunition. But that aside, we can't put attachments on the weapon, on the ammunition, but we have a very powerful weapon filled with devices and things to help us take down those enemies. See? All these attachments, all this extra weight does not take down on the accuracy. So, this, like I said before, is my new favorite game. Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. And it's a marvelous game. It's on free access. It will keep being on, I mean, not free access, early access. It's on early access. It's on early alpha of the game, and I think it will be on early access for quite some time. But in the meantime, you can always go and have fun with your, you know, with the game modes. So long as you have some creativity, the fun is never too far away. Shit. Well, anyway, this was your boy Douglas showing you guys some new crazy shenanigans. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Let's do some shooting just to get things going again without the attachments first, and then with the attachments. Lovely. Super, super duper lovely. Bye.